MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Steven Matz gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy really struggled last year. This season is going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. Time now for a glance at the Phillies' batting order in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, one guy that's worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike. Good night for scarves and mittens. It's 48 degrees here at first pitch. Dribbled up the line. And there are 2 away now.
Batting third, the right fielder.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Bryce Harper, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 0-1 the count to Bryce Harper. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Zach Eflin will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Look at that ERA, awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It'll be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, you better keep an eye on Robinson Cano as this game moves along. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Hit out towards second. Hernandez right there. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Batting third, second baseman.
Next up for New York, Robinson Cano looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Liner toward right center. And Cano, don't you know, is going to reach. It's a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Into the box, Michael Conforto. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. We've played an inning, still 0-0. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And he gets ahead 0-1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
Well, Hero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
And the Phillies have their first hit of the ball game.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
In now, JT Realmuto. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. 0-1, here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. No score here as we play inning number 2. Missed with a breaking ball. On the ground to the left side. Cano for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. And a slider on the inside for strike 1.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Fouled away. Now another 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's focus on Gene Segura. Very athletic shortstop, has one of the best arms in the position, is really coming into his own offensively as well.
Next for the Mets, Juan Lagares. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little bouncer. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 0-2. Popped him up. Hernandez ranging into the outfield. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting 7, The shortstop,
At the plate, Ahmed Rosario will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. But that is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Grounded back up the middle. There's Segura. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's 1 for 2. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Stepping in now, Michael Franco. As he grounds one briskly to short, Rosario brings it in, and quickly there are 2 away.
batting 9th, the pitcher number 56.
So here now is the pitcher, Zach Eflin. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Here comes the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Now the pitch. And they go away here. It's a called strike. 0-2. Hot shot down the line. Franco fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
Batting 9th, pitcher.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Steven Matz. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
2-2 the count.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Very weakly on the ground. 1 out, nobody on. Still even at 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at-bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Stepping in, Jeff McNeil, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. Way in front of that fastball.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
He's set. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. McNeil leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Line drive to left. McCutchen will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mets leave 1. Stepping into the box, Gene Segura. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Nimmo going back, gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, when you groove the first pitch a strike, these hitters are going to make you pay. Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Softly hit out to short. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bryce Harper. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. On the move is Lagares. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
Pretty good swing right there as he drives this ball deep. One hops over the wall, and he can just walk into second base with a ground rule double.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Andrew McCutchen. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch. Line to the right side. Conforto is right there as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting, catcher.
Coming to the plate now, JT Realmuto. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Changeup in for a strike. A tough sinker on the inside corner.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher, Hoskins. The runner at first with 2 gone. Hit on the ground out to short. Rosario's got it cleanly. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors.
Leading off the 4th inning, second baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sliders in for a strike.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
0-2 now as Cano comes up empty on that one. And here's a swing and a miss by Cano as he's set down on strikes, and there's 1 away.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Into the box, Michael Conforto. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Looking at his career totals, Conforto comes into play with a slugging percentage over .490, just shy of .500. So he's looking to inch closer to that nice plateau right here. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Throw over to first, and he's back easily. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. A high fastball is in there.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
Way outside. 1-2. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Stepping in, Juan Lagares. First pitch on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. The 1-1. Strike 2 swinging. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And that one stayed too low apparently. Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Herrera's there. And that ends the inning. Digging in, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead it off again.
Center fielder.
Now at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. We'll start things out.
The shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 51.
At the plate, Michael Franco, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Nick Williams called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw in time, so a good pitch there gets him out of the bases loaded jam. Phillies leave him loaded, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Nick Williams is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base.
Leading off the inning, Jeff McNeil, as they'll look to get something going here and even. This game up. Scott Kingery has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Scott Kingery.
Play ball. Full, take the base.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Michael Conforto. But a single here could reduce the deficit. Now a spin and a throw back to second. Don't want to forget about it. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Pickoff move to second, and the runner back easily. McNeil at second. Cano is over at first with 1 away. Nope. 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone, and with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Three and 1 to the Mets left fielder. It's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And he fouls this one off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Step on the bag for one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Up next for the men, catcher.
Into the box now, Wilson Ramos. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Line drive to center field, and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score.
Your attention, please.
A new pitcher set to take over, and it's one of just a handful of submariners around nowadays. Right-hander Pat Neshek. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. No hits to this point. Swing and a miss at a ball down. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. We're through 6 full. Luis Avilan will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Luis Avilan. Leading off for Philadelphia, veteran Pat Neshek.
Let's play ball.
And hitting for the Phillies, number 23, Aaron Altair.
And now Bryce Harper, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Harper.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
The 0-1. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Cano for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. 1 left for Philadelphia. They still lead it 2-1. Hector Neris gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Neris. And hitting for the Mets, number 52.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Jeff McNeil, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Dribbled to the right side, but it gets fouled. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Segura for one. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Jeurys Familia has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Lifetime against Familia. He's 1 for 3.
First baseman number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
First delivery to him on the way. Just a tick behind for a strike. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Row, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. Two different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? Two different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He's working on a 1.
Let's play ball.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 61.
In now, Wilson Ramos. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Ramos.
First pitch of the at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Ready with the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
Conforto is off of first with 2 away. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think he'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here. Juan Lagares would be next if they can keep this inning alive. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Skied into straightaway right. Harper on the run. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Mets strand 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Back in Queens at Citi Field as we get set for the top of the 9th inning in this one.
Leading off for the Philly, center fielder, Herrera.
Rob Brantley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 69, Rob Brantley.
Tapped up the first baseline. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. David Robertson comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 30, David Robertson.
Striding in, Juan Lagares. He'll be the one to start things out against David Robertson, who tries to close the door in this one.
Juan Lagares.
First offering on its way. There's a strike. And that one just missed outside.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Again, he sends it out of play. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Now another 2-2. And another foul ball. The 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'd be interesting to see how the manager plays this.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here comes the first pitch. And they'll play for the tie here as he puts this one down. To second for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon.
Digging in, Brandon Nimmo. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set, and the pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Now the 0-1. Good arm action on the circle change, swung on and missed. 0-2. Snap throw to first, but he gets back in time. Rosario, base runner at first with 1 out. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Gregor Blanco will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he's back standing.
Nope.
Good change up there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball one.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Inside, ball 2.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1, and he'll get back in standing. Now the 2-1. And this will be fouled away. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Jeff McNeil would be next. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll make the final out to put an end to this one. And the Phillies have taken game one of the series on the road as the ball game is over. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Philadelphia Phillies took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Zach Eflin earns his first win of the season. David Robertson hammers down the save, his second. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.